escapes and things like that, but I'm sure you can work that out. Glad you could join us. And as you've noticed, our performers for the evening are with us. So we have Christy and Rachel, and we're really pleased you're here. So thank you for coming. With no further ado, we'll hand you over to them. Enjoy your evening. Tea and coffee at half time. All right?
Hello. So I'm Christy Campbell, and I'm going to start off the stories tonight. So Rachel and I both love writing songs, and I find it a way of recording what happens in life. But when I first started writing songs, I was quite adamant that I didn't want to just write love songs, because it seems like lots of people like to write about falling in love and broken hearts, and I thought, oh, that's a bit cliche. But this is a love song, which I ended up writing when I fell in love. And I was not sure how things were going to work out between me and the person I'm currently married to. But I went to work one day, and I was working in a school, and there was a little boy who came up to me with a bottle full of slime, because children love to play with slime. And there's a hole in the bottle. He says, "Oh, can you please fix this hole?" And so I got some tape, and I taped it up. But then the slime still coming out, and I thought, this is exactly how I feel. And then started writing this. So it's called Gone and Fallen. Stained glass windows are engraved with moments that haven't taken place. Try to seal it with some tape, it will escape. If you try to reseal the crack, it will attack. Water flowing everywhere, I see you and you're not even there. Leaning on a rock, warm upon the beach. The other day when I met you in my sleep, I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love with you again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love with you again. I thought you were my friend. Well, if you knew the state I'm in, the words I sing, oh, would it bring you sorrow or joy? Would it bring you hope? Would it be too late? Would it frustrate, elate? Creativity has taken hold of me, 'cause I just can't see reality. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love with you again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love with you again. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. engraved with moments that haven't taken place. Stained glass windows, so beautiful, but the light will fall straight into your face. And as the light is coming through, the colors will confuse your view. I really don't know what to do, so I just count to 1, 2. I've gone and fallen in love again. Whoa, I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love again. I've gone and fallen in love with you again. La 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 la. I thought you were my friend. Thank you. This next song is a falling in love with God song, which I wrote after coming to know, having a relationship with God and feeling like life is a gift. It's called I'm Not Lucky. And Rachel's suddenly on the piano. I remember the day I knew that I was loved by you. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. I did not think that day would come when I see love and you as one. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. They say this world is full of thieves, but they did no harm to me. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. And if there was a thief, there's nothing he could steal from me, 'cause I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. 'Cause I know that my wealth is not to be here by myself. No, no, I'm not by myself. And I know that my strength comes from somewhere else. I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Even in the eyes of old, there are children, this I know. And snow is so cold, but oh how it falls, so slow. Prone to stumble on the rocks, I am floating easily because I am in love. I remember that more is less. I feel your happiness. I'm not lucky, Thank you. So a few years ago, I went to Finland on an artist residency, which basically means you live somewhere and work on your art. And I was in a big house with other artists, and one stereotype about creative people is that they are a little bit dramatic and chaotic and unpredictable, and in this particular case that was actually true. So there was quite a lot of difficult relationships, but also in that little village where I was staying in Finland, there were a lot of friendly, kind people as well. So this is called Somewhere in the Middle. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the middle of, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, we bike along on the way to a village fair, somewhere in the middle of trees, and find some kind of peace. Even though I don't know you, I will share my soul with you. Even though I don't know you, I will share my soul with you. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the middle of, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. The sun cream on my neck reminded you of a perfume your mother used to wear. Do I remind you of her, even though I don't know you? Easy to complain as the days go to waste, talking to somebody's face. I don't agree with the things you're telling me, but we got some kind of need, some kind of need to be together. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the middle of, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, yeah. You lose a bit of sleep, you lose a bit of quiet, you gain a bit of it was worth it, memories to keep. Her mother used to say to give it all away when there's not much on the plate. So let's give it all away. Even though we don't know you, we will share our soul with you. Even though we don't know you, we will share our soul with you. Yeah, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the middle of, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, even though we don't know you, we will share our soul with you, with you. Even though we don't know you, we will share our soul with you. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in the middle.
You're probably already getting a sense of the vibe. A little bit together, a little bit solo, and a lot of swapping like this. It's really lovely to be here with you guys tonight. And I also want to say hello to the people who are watching on the live stream, which you so kindly set up. And if you're actually watching this over the live stream, well done you, because there was a bit of a gaffe with the link, but it's just really a pleasure for us. And for myself and for Christy, I'm from America, and Christy's from Norway, so there are some folks that we like to connect with over the oceans. We talk and it's sometimes awkward, always nice and usually awkward, and I could sometimes slightly die. Weird pauses, not what they ought to be there, and I wonder what you think of me inside, 'cause that's your college try. Don't la so me. Hey, there's a way to let it be. Writing is sometimes you second guess how much to say about the messiness or why, 'cause what if it's a lie? Still though, one time it brought me deep, wide awake dreaming nights I couldn't sleep or find the will to change my mind. Dotila so me. Is there a way to let it be? Do, re, mi, fa, so. Wake up a way to let it go. Of a lonely frame on an open day, you can amplify the hardship of the role you came to play. But another day, you can smile back to when at first it felt like falling, and you feel it again. Ease up, breathe, shoulders down. No one listens harder to the sound of your feet on the ground. Still, there's a precious few who get the best and accept the rest of you, and they will listen to. Dotila so me. Is there a way to let it be? Do, re, mi, do, so. Take up a way to let it go. Do, ti, so, la, mi, no, re, mi. Take up a way and let it be. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, mi, re. Take up a way and let it go. Thank you. This set of songs that I'm kind of in the middle of playing for you just now, all written while when I was living in New York City. And I was there for about 10 years, and it was really like a hugely formative time of my life. It was also a time when I was just kind of going through a number of different seasons, trying to sort out like really what my identity was, in my life, what my identity was in God, and definitely coming against some tests. And these next couple songs are really hone in on that. And the first one is I wrote during a time when I had quit my day job, my like long-running day job, to just focus on doing music full-time in New York City. Just work really hard on gigging and getting my music out there and, blogging and this sort of thing. And on one of those unemployed days, I was sitting in my flat and looking at things around the room as I'm trying to write a song and just thinking, yeah, I got nothing here. And at this point, really all I'm just focusing on, I'm not thinking deep thoughts, I'm not thinking, philosophical questions. I'm just thinking about objects in front of me, what they are, naming them. That turned into a song, and this is called Still Life. Out at me from the plastic crate with uncertainty, and I don't know if I should indulge myself to talk to it and give it love. My heart at once fills up like a big balloon, and my green eyes get red like I'm praying for the dead. The microphone in the windowsill all alone looks as though it's suffered much to be unplugged, and now despairs that it never knew love. My heart at once fills up like a big balloon, and my ears start to burn from the silence in the room. Consumed, what remains? The coffee cup and the kitchen plate, the lamp, the shoes, the pen parade. Increase this crowd my mind has made. Nothing here speaks the sound or doubting face. I've pasted on its golden shape. It's still facade. It's just me here and maybe God. Garden gnome looks right at home, rosy-cheeked, content to be alone in a little space, a shrubby maze amid the green. Shouldn't that be me? And the upright stance of the courtyard spruce alerts the world to its innate use. It beautifies so peaceably, and I have stooped to envying a tree, and my heart at once fills up like a big balloon, and my ears start to burn from the silence in the room. My heart at once fills up like a big balloon. My green eyes got red as I'm praying the unsaid. I'm going to invite Christy back up. Charity you did not want because it reminded you of all the ways you never helped yourself. Charity you did not want because it reminded you of all the times you never helped at all. You went out to make disciples of all your petty plans and came back to fill your desk with blank books and hourglass sands. Tenuously you walked the path that was narrower and closer to the ocean's edge, beating back the brush and leaning sideways against the gnarled tree branch hands. But was the road less traveled, your jeweled cross to bear? Or did the richness lie in rest you would find right there? Did God say quit my job so that I could, for my own sake, do my thing? Or rather that my most pressing problem is his children suffering? And while I chafe at being told just how to live, I can't deny the life he gave me that I should give. Thank you very much. And this next song I'm going to sing is it's an old song that I wrote based on an experience that a friend was going through, a new friend at the time, a very difficult experience. And my song was my way of processing it, just as somebody kind of as witness to it, but not, she'd write a different song herself, And I was just reflecting on this in the past week because that's a friend that I still have 20 years later. And sometimes you just don't know which friendships are going to stick and which ones are kind of like of a season, but it just makes it extra special. So this song is that song. The road bends, the sun sets, the dark falls on the broken line. You see your reflection in your rear view mirror as we run behind. You've gone away, you try to breathe, the breath won't come, the day is done. You've lost your sight that you can't see the stranger you have come to be. Sister calls, your parents plead, your brother says anything you need. The people here who love you most, you've left behind for a golden ghost. We ask about your newfound song, oh, the tune we know, but the rhythm is wrong. We ask ourselves why we regret the pretend calm words that you haven't heard yet. The cat yawns, the dogs fight, the stars rise, and we're still uptight. The last we heard, your cryptic call, and now I fear any news at all. And as we wait, I ponder you, the heart-filled girl with her dreams to do. And who am I to doubt your mind, to rehearse your apologies and relinquish mine? Now you're here, you're back at home. You might be sad and you feel alone. You want to run, you want to do, but you're paralyzed by what you've been through. I want to know the weight of your load. Why is the journey back such a long, long road? I wish for you to be broken down. Hear the angels sing as your peace is found.
This is a song called My First Winter. And on the theme of friendship, I wrote it about a friend who was actually my singing teacher. So. Calm and sweet, she got under my skin. Doesn't speak, but changes everything. Lights a candle with beautiful convictions. Loves the sun, loves the little ones. Dances to the stories of her youth. Singing to the wisdom of her years. Hasn't changed that much, just gets a little deeper. Lifts us up with her melodies. Ooh, ooh, don't have to have a point when you're exploring. When you're exploring, you don't have to have a point. Stretching to the depth to reach the top. Got a pair of wings, ooh, you better use them. When she soars, there is a flame inside you. Know she loves you as you are. Ooh. Ooh.
Well, this is what? I'm okay. Wait, what was that?
I thought you coughed, so I just wanted to go for the break.
Oh, I would like to cough, but I'm trying to hold it in. No, what I was gonna say is, we're gonna do one more song for you before we have just a short tea and coffee break, and during the interval, Christy and I will kind of hang out sort of in that portion of the room where we have some CDs, and Christy has some artwork for sale. So if you are interested, but enjoy the break, and why don't you introduce this last song before the break?
This is a song that we have not written ourselves, but I started singing it because I come from Norway, and there's a very nice translation of this song in Norwegian. So I started singing it in 2 languages, and that's what we're going to do. It's probably a song that you recognize. Originally written by Bob Dylan. And
should we just let them
kind
of let it wash over you, and you can enjoy? You can guess it, but then the title is going to show up in the lyrics.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong.
Når alle nattas stjerner viser seg, med deg for å trøste deg. Da vil du alltid ha et hjem hos meg, fordi jeg elsker deg. Nå raser stormen over åpent hav, og gjennom sorg sin mørke skog. Fremtidas vind vil blåse himmelen klar. Alt skal bli så mye bedre enn du tror.
I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There is nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love.
Fordi jeg elsker deg. To make you feel my love.
Thank you. We'll see you after the break. Another couple minutes. So if you want to kind of get settled back in again. Yeah, let's do it at the end. Let's do it at the end. Because otherwise it's kind of like, it's in between time. It's kind of, people are either, you want them to listen or not, sort of thing. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. For this next song, I don't need this. But we do have a visual, and if you go to this church, then this might not be a surprise to you. Ready anytime. Can we start it again with the sound? While that's being sorted, I'm gonna. So this next song I wrote, Jonah, Christy sings on the recording. There's a recording I did during pandemic called "On Faith," and it was a. There it is. I just got into my storytelling. It was a collection of songs I'd been sitting on for a long time because I've put out different albums in different phases and just very like singer-songwriter-y style about love, friendship, longing, life, what is it all about? But I had all these kind of sacred songs that had meant so much on my own faith journey. And so this is a song I'd written that ended up on that album, just trying to get into the mindset of a certain rebellious prophet in the Old Testament. And I had the wonderful joy and pleasure of your very own Amanda Aiken taking it on as a project and animating it. So we're going to bring that to you just now.
Save me into the belly of a fish when I've been tossed into the waves, because I tried to run away from whom you want to save me. Into the belly of a fish when I've been put right overboard. Because my selfishness brought on your storm and endangered the crew that carried me away unwittingly from that great city, depraved and desperate for your holiness. Save me
into the air that lets me live, damp and squeezed between the ribs, reeling and shielded from the sea. Confines previously implausible, a true tall tale of lost control, authored by the one and only I am, that I am overall, source of every act of love, not without a sense of humor. These fish I live in for 3 days. The bait took me to change my ways. Your waves and breakers break my heart, and I am whole as it spits me out. Take me into the city 3 days long, tire my feet and write my song. Will the people let your word in preaching newly as though I've just been birthed a second time onto this earth? Will the people let your word in here see the dawn of sackcloth clarity? They shed their swords and finery, and tears upon the tide that's turning here now. You cover them with your mercy, you lift them from this poverty that's rooted deep inside me. I can't believe you let them write your hearts with you again, while I recline in shade you made and take away. I can't believe you love them to the same degree that you love me, with fathomless mercy. Save me into the belly of a fish when I've been tossed into the waves, because I tried to run away from whom you want to save. Waves into the belly of a fish when I've been tossed into the waves, because I tried to run away from whom you want to save.
Here's another biblical imagining based on the real deal. This is called Perfume.
Her perfume fills the room, and my cheeks flood with heat and red, and I am ashamed, don't know for whom. She cries on your feet and makes an awkward scene, as if we didn't know she loves you too. I have no money for luxury. Do you measure when you look at me? What I hold back against what I give you. I didn't know I had any more, but now I see her on the floor, and her tears are my tears. Dear Lord, more than I thought I could afford. Dear Lord, take me in, take me in, take my all, everything. Her perfume fills the room, and my cheeks flood with heat and red, and I am ashamed for the ways that I assume. She cries on your feet and makes an awkward scene, and I'm desperate for you to know I love you too. She cries on your feet and makes her offering, and I'm desperate to say I love you.
Welcoming Christy.
I'm going to play a song from my album called Dancing Without Space. And it's called Dreams from the Breadline, and was inspired by a trip to Paisley. Yeah. I don't know if I should say anything else, but just sing the song and you can... You, sailing into space, driving in a sea, delivering a dream. So it became out of Lady Lane. He's making paper planes and gazing, always gazing up at the dome of the observatory. You tiled in green, tiled in green. These are the dreams from the bread line. There's no recipe, only courage just needed, seasoned with experience, logical ingredients. You who lingered there but a seaman, a man of sea, not at sea. This is the needle of the ocean. We thread our way with courage as needed, seasoned with experience, logical ingredients. These are the dreams from the breadline. Ah, 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 sailing into space, driving in a sea, delivering a dream. Sailing into space, driving in a sea, delivering a dream. Sailing into space, driving in a sea, delivering a dream. Stars are not so different from the sea or from the bread we eat. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Thank you. I had never been to Paisley before, so I didn't have any of the backstory. I just went on a little journey. So. This is a song from my newest album, which I released in February, called To the Beach. And this is a song called I Do, which sounds like a marriage song, and it is a marriage song. But it was inspired by a verse in the Bible which says, you once were underneath the law, and now you belong to another, or you're married to another. So it's this idea of being married to God or to Jesus. But I also played it at my wedding. With a promise from your lips, now your name is my name, and your father has become my father too. Say I do, I do, I do. I belong, I belong. I belong to you. I belong, I belong. I belong to you. Dressed in white, beginning a new life, beautiful because I am home. Not afraid, 'cause you are not ashamed of me. I'll be changed by how you see me. I belong, I belong. I belong to you. I belong, I belong. I belong to you. I do, I do. I will do what you ask of me. I will go wherever you lead me. I will see you lifted up, and be pleased with my overflowing cup. I belong, I belong. I belong to you. I belong, I belong. I belong to you. I belong to you. I do, I do. I do, I do. It's called Hillstream, and it's written with someone else called Johnny Lockhart. Yeah, and we wrote this song together during lockdown over a computer screen. Once it was written, I just felt like, oh, it would be really cool to have some Gaelic on this because it just had that feeling. So there is a version with Fergus singing in Gaelic, which you can listen to later. This is Hillstream. Life is relentless with no signs of rest. The days of your youth now seem to be best. The sky disconnected from the land at your feet. You long for the hilltops where we will meet. Seek for those treasures, views beyond measure in the wild places. Let's come together, for I am tethered deep within you, deep within you. I am the hill stream, listen to me. With mountains and wind I find harmony. Our melody rises, be one with the song. Intoned by the music, you're where you belong. You're where you belong. When walls close around you, your world seems untrue. Your friends and your family, both distant and few. You long for the color I brought to the scene. You long for the music of the hill stream. Seek for those treasures, views beyond measure in the wild places. Let's come together, for I am tethered deep within you, deep within you. I am the hill stream, listen to me. With mountains and wind I find harmony. Our melody rises, be one with the song. Intoned by the music, you're where you belong. You're where you belong. Dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da do. Dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da do. Dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da do. Dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da do. I am the hill stream, listen to me. With mountains and wind I find harmony. Our melody rises, be one with the song. Intoned by the music, you're where you belong. You're where you belong. Dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da do. Dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da, dum da da dee da do. This is called Family Grave. She digs a hole in the dry dirt of an old family grave, brings plenty of water, 'cause it's such a sunny day. Admire the flowers, though some of the petals are falling away. They'll grow and blossom here in this family grave. He was ready to go the day he died. Believed in Jesus and eternal life. His dog died with him, and it was just as well, 'cause he would have missed him as if it was himself. He left no wife or children to carry his name, lived lived a simple life, curious and tame. But he knew the song of every bird and kept a note of every note in his notepad. Are there things we might have known that we might never know? She brings flowers, she brings her time, she brings her gardening skills. She is full of life. She is full of life. Thank you.
So the next, well, we're kind of winding down at this point. We're gonna play about 3 more songs for you all together. And these next 2 are actually newer songs from kind of my repertoire. And these are since I've moved to Scotland. So I've been here for about 7 years. But the first couple years that I lived in Scotland and Edinburgh were pretty darn eventful. And so I'm just sharing with you a couple snapshots from that time. The first one is about waiting, and it's a bit flippant. I'm not gonna lie; it's a rather impatient waiting song. And the second one, and that's kind of in regards to, I mean, the bigger picture, what's going to go on in my life. But it was about a job. And the second one is kind of a retrospective on what turned out to be a very eventful second date. This is called You'll Wait For It.
We think you'd be a significant fit for this role. We can envision you in, but the job description is not yet written, and oh, there are certain approvals we've not yet secured. But we know you have God-given talent, and we've got a need or two to be filled that we've prized and prioritized, and it'd be a shame if you didn't have yourself on our page. Waiting is the pits, waiting is a pain, waiting is a necessity, an accessory to some circumstance you're jonesing to win. You say you want it, well, you'll wait for it, then you'll wait until the waiting ends. You came to seek shelter under our wing, and you must confess you'd still rather be in the nest, betting on our best, than imagine to your independence with no chance to fly. Waiting is is the pits, waiting is a pain, waiting is a necessity, an accessory to some circumstance you boldly go in. You say you want it, well, you'll wait for it, then you'll wait until the waiting ends. Waiting is the pits, waiting is a pain, waiting is a necessity, an accessory to some circumstance you're jonesing to win. You say you want it, well, you'll wait for it, then you'll wait till the waiting ends. Days run by, weeks run by, months run by, the seasons also run by. Everyone keeps asking nicely, what's your business? Watching time fly. Oh, behold the days of yore when 40 disimpassioned hours were your badge to live without suspicion. You've no working powers. Waiting is the pits, waiting is a pain, waiting is a necessity, an accessory to some circumstance you boldly go in. You say you want it, well, you'll wait for it, then you'll wait until the waiting ends. Waiting is the pits, waiting is a pain, waiting is a necessity, an accessory to some circumstance you're jonesing to win. You say you want it, well, you'll wait for it then. You'll wait for it then. You'll wait for it then. You'll wait till the waiting ends.
Thank you. And those songs, you know, you're just burning off some extra energy, just a little, kind of just ready to go, waiting to go. I'm going to save a few words for our next transition, but this really has been such a lovely evening.
You inspired me to choose my favorite shirt, to walk through the braid on our second date. The air was sharper than October 6th, turned our collars up, turned our breath to mist. Traveling first through legalese, past suburban rooftops, trees. Did I risk you'd whisked me down a primrose path? Hands in pockets holding our hearts back. It's too early yet. Don't imagine that. We will be happily, faithfully in love 2 months from now. As we trekked across the grazing lands, you spied cowboy boots, I saw Converse shoes. I fear our footwear had our tastes mixed up. I'm a Sufjan girl, you dig Brooks and Dunn. And if our passions had full stop there, I'd have shook my head in care. I grew up on CMT, and I couldn't wait to leave. But we're far from Iowa, and I'm surely not above the sentiments of love. You love a little more when delivered with a twang. We will be joyfully, certainly in love 2 months from now. before. I was playing volleyball badly the November you were born. You with everything ahead, I just left one life behind. And here we found another, and here we found each other. That year you hiked at night up Arthur's Seat, kilted out alone with a goal to greet. There's a photo of me, a tourist at the top, beaming like I knew just what God might do. We will be joyfully. We will be certainly. We'll have chose that bound. We'll be caught up in this love for life now.
I can't believe it, but we've already arrived to our last song. And before we go out, really just want to say thank you very much for hosting this evening. It was really a delight. When we got the email from Amanda that there was interest in doing something like this here, and it just really is our pleasure and our joy. So thank you very much for having us, and also to Barbara and Andy, who have been here since I'm not sure when this afternoon today. Have been incredibly hospitable and very patient with sorting out all the sound and everything. So.
And Amanda as well.
Of course, and Amanda, thank you.
Being the instigator. Yeah, we have, we were going to tell you that we have our stuff on Spotify, so Rachel Zylstra. You have a website.
Yeah, I'm not quite as present on the streaming things, but
we have CDs.
All my music is on my website, and we have CDs and mailing lists as well. I don't know. I know it's kind of out of fashion having an old-fashioned email list, but I really enjoy that way of communicating with people, and I don't email too frequently. So if you don't mind an occasional email to open, see what's new, then you sign up on the mailing list.
Yeah. So I also have a mailing list and social media and.
And thanks again to the people who are joined online.
Yeah, thank you. Well, this song is called I Am Where I Am. And thanks for having us.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm doing what I'm doing. I am where I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I am where I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I am where I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing.
You're only ever moving forward. You're only ever moving more into eternity. Somehow you're far away from yesterday. Somehow you're closer to where you want to be. I am where I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I am where I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I am where I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I am where I am, and I'm doing the sun, and His presence is in the present. Today, if you hear His voice, rejoice. Today is the day, and I'm giving what I'm giving. Today is the day, and I'm giving what I'm giving. Today is the day, yay. There are no useless moments. There are no empty days. So cry the tears you need to cry and dry.